Hi guys, today I'm doing a classic smoked out eyeliner kind of an eye, if that makes sense. But yeah, this is a perfect glam kind of a look for an evening party, for a cocktail. So let's jump straight into the video. First thing that I'm gonna do is gonna prime my face. I'm focusing more on my cheeks, around my nose, and also in my forehead and a little bit in the chin area. For that extra grip, I'm going to be using my Pixie spray as well as my primer. Now for my base, I'm going to be taking my Smashbox Halo and mixing it with an illuminator. Now this is going to make my face really glow in the evening. I do not like to do this in the afternoon afternoon gatherings that I have, but I really like to do it in the evening gatherings because it looks really good with the lighting and the warm lighting usually in the party areas. But here I am diffusing all the product with my fingers and then taking a beauty blender which I bought from e.l.f. and I'm just going to be sponging everything away so that I do not have any fingerprints or any lines that I may have left during blending. Taking my LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer, I'm going to be priming my eyelid and creating a blank canvas on my eyes so that my eyeshadows really pop out. Now taking this e.l.f. Bite Size palette, I'm taking this lightest shade and I'm using a large fluffy brush to kind of create a crease on my eye. And I'm using a very light circular kind of streaks or motion on my eyes, both the eyes, so that I do not have any harsh color going on. It has to be really, really soft and gradient. Taking this lightest banana kind of shade and I'm getting rid of any creases of concealer on my eyes. I did one eye quickly, roughly, and I'm just going to move to the other eye to show how I did it. So taking this gel eyeliner, first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a rough eyeliner on the upper lash line. Now this does not have to be neat at all because we are going to be smudging this anyway. I'm making sure that I have a good coat of the product on my upper lash line. Taking a flat kind of brush, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start diffusing the harsh line of my eyeliner and I'm going to try to make it really, really smoked out. But I'm not going to make it too extended way up because then it will look like I've been punched in the eye and I do not want that kind of a look. But here I'm just ever so slightly winging it out. Taking this angled small little brush, I'm trying to extend the wing and really make an elaborate wing here as you see. I did not take any product on this brush, but I'm just moving around the product that I have on my eye already. Going back to the same e.l.f. palette and taking the second darkest shade, now I'm gonna start diffusing this black eyeliner. I'm gonna work very closely with this black eyeliner so that, the gradient is almost flawless. You may want to take a very light hand on this and a lot of patience in doing it because if you try to push the product too hard, then it will not be blendable at all. So I'm just going to take very light hand to make sure that it's all blended. And I'm taking this clean brush to make sure that all the edges are nicely diffused. With the same brush and the same palette, I'm taking the black color and I'm going to run this over wherever I have the black eyeliner going on. This will not just only set the eyeliner, but it will also intensify the blackness of that eyeshadow. Quickly taking that gel liner again, I'm going to be tight lining my upper lash line. Taking my LA Girl Pro Conceal Concealer again, I'm going to be covering the dark circles of my face. Now this is an exact shade match. I'm going to be highlighting later. But first thing that I'm going to be doing is I'm going to cover this darkness around my eyes. So here I have just plotted the concealer wherever I want and taking a damp beauty sponge, I'm going to take good 2-3 minutes to make sure that everything is nicely blended and diffused. The last thing you want is your concealer marks to remain. So when you're blending your concealer, please make sure that you're using a very light hand and you're not bouncing the beauty blender very hard on your face, and it will give you the best coverage out of your product and out of your beauty blender as well. Isn't it very satisfying to see when the concealer just melts into your skin, or is it just for me? But anyway, I'm taking this NYX concealer and I'm going to use this for highlighting purpose. As you can see that this is at least 2 to 3 shades lighter than my skin tone. I'm going to plot the concealer wherever I want and I'm going to start diffusing the concealer with the same blending sponge. The reason why I do eyes at the end is because I want the maximum coverage out of the concealer. So I let it sit for about 20 seconds while I have blended the concealer on the rest of my face, and it gives the perfect coverage as you can see right now. Alright, time to set the under eye. I want to set it right now because I do not want any unnecessary creasing later on. So I'm going to be using my setting powder and I'm going to push that setting powder in wherever I have placed my concealer and making sure that again I'm using a very light hand. Guys, this is the key to makeup. The lighter the hand is, the more blendable the product will be. Taking my GloWish bronzer, I'm gonna start chiseling my cheeks, and I'm gonna use a smaller brush this time to kind of also contour my face with this bronzer, as you can see here. And I'm gonna be contouring my cheeks. I'm also gonna be placing this bronzer very slightly on my forehead and in my jawline as well. I'm using a matte bronzer because my base is already glowy with the illuminator that we mixed with the skin tint. So I'm not going to be using a lot of sparkle or, a lot of bling going on with the rest of the products. Taking that same bronzer with a smaller pencil kind of a brush, I'm going to be smoking out my lower lash line as well to create some depth and dimension. And then I'm going to be placing a darker shade on top of this. Quickly ensuring that my eyelashes are nicely prepped for the lashes going on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure that I have a good coat of mascara on them, and I'm using the Maybelline Sky High Mascara. While it's drying, I'm going to take a liquid blush and I'll start putting it on my face, on my cheeks, and a little bit on my nose. It was getting too cold in the room, so my husband was adjusting the air conditioner temperature. But here I am using a brush to kind of diffuse those blush marks. And this blush shade looked so bomb with my black outfit. By the way, I'm wearing a black jumpsuit, which is totally plain, and it has got just two little noodle straps, and there's nothing going on in the black jumpsuit as such. What I'm going to do next is prep my eyelashes. I'll put a good coat of the glue on eyelashes and keep it away for 30 seconds. So this I'm putting after 30 seconds actually. So I let it dry in the air, and now it has become really nice and tacky, and I'm just going to place it on my eyes and adjust before it dries down completely. Taking the same brush that we used to diffuse the eyeliner, I'm going to be taking the black eyeshadow again, and I'm going to be covering this lash line that you see, like the lash band that you see. I'm going to cover that. Taking this Lips Don't Lie lip liner from Nykaa, I'm going to be lining my lips and also filling them in. I took this Maybelline lipstick and I applied it, and then I realized that it was looking too dark for the overall makeup and it just did not match the vibe. So I removed it off camera and I quickly changed it with my one and only Nykaa Wake Up Makeup, I think it is. But this is legit the first lipstick that I have finished completely. But this is the final look. Hope you like it. Please do subscribe to my channel, share with your friends, and leave me a comment along with a like. And I'll see you guys again soon with my next tutorial. Bye bye.